Hello, what's up? It's been a minute. Not as long as a minute that I've usually taken pauses for. But today we're going to be working on some ghosty orders. I have quite a few to complete, so I figured let's film while we do it. If you are familiar with me, you follow me, you might be like, dude, what's going on? What happened to the podcast? I'm not doing it. Because I realized that that's not what I want to do. I'll talk about it more as the video goes on, but I think that the art and chat series that's like this, that's more chill, less restrictions on me, just very easy to film, easy to upload, is more sustainable and more fun and just better. So we're doing these again. Take it or leave it. I forgot to grab my scale. We are going to be molding some ghosties, and we might also be doing some sculpting. I'm not too sure what I'm going to get to, but we're going to be doing things. I'm going to put in my earbuds so that I can hear myself, because when I can't hear myself, I don't know how loud I'm being or how quiet I'm being, and it becomes a mess. Yeah, we're going to get right into it. I haven't really prepped anything yet. I'm going to show you all that I do to prep materials, prep orders, yada yada yada, and we're going to ramble about what I've been up to and how I've been feeling about social media, the direction that I want to go in, and all that stuff. Sorry if this blinded you. There we go. Okay. Let's get into it. First things first. This is not the mic that I was using for the art and chat videos, but it's the one we're going to use for probably the remainder of them. I don't know. It doesn't really matter. But I think that the quality of this one is better, and I also like how it looks more. Here are the molds for the summer ghosties. I have 4 molds for 4 different designs. So I'm going to prep these molds, cast as many as we can, or not as many as we can, but as many as we need for orders. I'll probably do a few like overstock batches just so that I have them ready to go and I can make some future orders go a little quicker. I have this rubber band ball that I got. I have to stop saying and like I can just pause and think. It is okay. I just did it again. Anyway, let's prep these molds. So I prep my molds fairly simply. I don't do too much crazy stuff. I just drop a little bit of oil in them so that when I cast the castings, they come out nicer. So yeah, I'm just going to prep these and then we'll get them ready and molded. This last weekend, I went to Joshua Tree, and if you know me, you know that I love Joshua Tree. It is one of my favorite places to go, though I'm not like the biggest fan of the desert necessarily. I really like Joshua Tree. I think it's fun. I think it's a great place to reset your mind and whatever. So I went there this weekend and it was super fun. I love Joshua Tree. However, if you watched one of the last podcast episodes or the art and chat videos, I talked about snakes. I don't know what's going on. I live in Southern California, San Diego, and I live 10, 15 minutes from the beach. We don't have snakes here. Well, we do, apparently. I have never seen snakes in my life here in the wild, like not at the San Diego Zoo or something. They've always been contained at the pet store or somewhere, but I've never seen them just out and about. I have seen 5 snakes. Well, I've seen 4 snakes here. I saw 1 snake in Joshua Tree, but I saw 4 snakes in the span of a month in the wild here, which I've never seen a snake here, not once, and I've lived here my entire life. I've never seen one, but this month I saw 4. One of them was at a hiking trail, so like that one made sense. It was literally in the forest, so okay, I give you the benefit of the doubt. You can be there, like that's your territory. It was a rattlesnake, and it was right by my foot, so it was pretty freaky. But and that was the second time I saw a snake. That was the only one that I saw that was alive. The other ones were dead, roadkill. But I've never seen snake roadkill here before until recently. The other 3 were roadkill. 2 of them were on the same road, which is like, okay, I guess I can see snakes being there because the road is sort of natural. Like, I don't know. It's not rural. Rural. I hate that word. It's not, like, it's not, like, there's a Target nearby and stuff. Like, it's not, I don't know. But the road, like, I can understand that a snake would be there. There's like a lot of brush, there's a lot of trees and greenery and stuff like that, so that one I also suppose made sense. I saw 2 of them there, one of which was a corn snake, I believe, which I don't know that those are wild. I think that was someone's pet that either escaped or they let it go, which is so messed up if you did that. Your pillow will never be cold. And that's coming from me. I don't like snakes. I don't like them. I actually kind of hate them. I don't hate them. I just don't appreciate them. But I love animals, and like I still feel bad for it if that's what the scenario was. But the last snake that I saw, which I think is the most jarring to me. I have like a tiny bit of a headache right now also, so I don't know. Sorry if I die in the middle of this and resurrect like 7 times. My brain is barely on. The last snake was in a parking lot of a Panda Express. And it was the biggest snake, too. It was massive. I will try to insert photos and videos in here. So I will give you a trigger warning right now for those of you who don't like snakes, don't want to see it. Skip ahead maybe 30 seconds or so. I'm about to show the snakes because I recorded 3 of them out of the 5. But the last one was huge. I don't understand how it was just there. I'll play it right now. So that was quite eye-opening to being like, whoa, snakes are here. What's going on? Apparently there's a snake outbreak. Why did that have to happen near me? I don't know. It didn't, but it did. There could have been a snake outbreak anywhere else in the world, but no. It's gotta be San Diego. It's gotta be where I live. Like, why? But in Joshua Tree, I also saw another snake that was also roadkill. But we didn't see any snakes that were alive, which I guess is a good thing for me. I did not want to see that. Okay, the molds are ready to go. So I'm gonna mix up the casting solutions. There they are. Ooh, here are what the casts look like when they're done. I'm gonna weigh these to see how much I need to mix up. I think they're about a half an ounce each. So I'm gonna I'll mix up 2.3 ounces maybe. Which means, no, I'll do 2.4 because then I do 1.2 ounces of each. Look at me using my brain, using the old noggin. Need a popsicle stick. Okay. Apart from that, I don't know what else has happened to me over the last however long. I got a job, which I don't want to talk about yet. Oh my gosh. It's stuck again. Okay, that one goes easy. This one gets so stuck though. So annoying. I can't do it. Oh, there we go. I got it. I did it. I couldn't do it last time. Last time I had to ask my dad for help. There we go. Okay. So 1.2 ounces. You can see enough. I don't know. None of this is particularly thrilling. Okay. I'll talk about my job later on. I don't want to talk about it right off the bat. I guess I'll just talk about like my feelings with my social media stuff for the moment. I for a while now have been like trying to figure out what it is that I want to do. What it is that I want to create and like just what I want to do online. You know, I've been posting online for like 8 years, almost 9 now. And for the first 6 years of that, it was just me, like posting myself. I didn't have any product to promote. I didn't have any art to promote. I was just goofing around, vlogging, being in high school and all of that stuff. So I didn't have anything serious to do. And when I started posting my art, I started initially, again, it wasn't super serious, but I think I've started to become too serious with the things that I'm posting, in the sense of, okay, wait, hold on. I need to think while I do this. I want to make sure that everything goes good. I don't know what my shelf life is for these. Oh yeah, I'm gonna move this over here. I started to take myself and my business too seriously, almost, if that makes sense. I was so invested in being like professional and making sure everything looked great. I wanted it to seem like I was doing all of this myself and like, wow, how impressive, you know, like I was. Oh my gosh, I don't think I have enough. I think I just barely have enough for this one. We'll see. I think I started to forget that it's still just me doing all of this. I hope these come out good. I don't know. I started to take it too seriously to the point of like wanting to be on a schedule and wanting to do this and being like, oh well, I can't talk about this because it's not good for the algorithm, and it's not good for me as a brand to talk about other brands and whatever, when at the end of the day it is still just me. It's me doing all of this, and I'm still a person, and I think I realized that that's more the direction that I want to go in now, being more of an emphasis of just me, you know? And then I do my art, you know? I don't want to just be a brand and just be whatever. I just took it way too seriously, and I think I'm done with that. And I'm going to post stuff about me. Having this YouTube channel has really helped that mindset, because I've been so long separating my personal life from my art accounts. I was like, I don't know, I would refrain from posting about me, even though that's what I want to post about, I suppose. I don't know how to fully explain what I'm trying to say. I just want to be more me and less business, basically. And I think that'll help everything. It was also because that was my main job for the time being. I was like, I'm barely making enough to pay for the things that I need to pay for, and I don't have too many things to pay for, but I was barely making enough for that. And I'd been looking for a job for like a long time, and nothing worked out, and I didn't get interviews, and getting a job sucks right now. You're lucky if you get the interview. So I was applying to places every day, which I guess I can segue into the job, my new job. I am now able to be less business oriented and be more creative and just have fun with the social media and my art, and not worry about sales as much. And I'm not going to do business and focus on that. It's just going to be a little bit less of the forefront. I'm still going to push products and try to get new products and Patreon and prints and stickers and all that, but I think I can, for the social media and the content that it is that I'm putting out, I can be a little less concerned, because I'll have a job to make me money. And the job that I have now is social media manager / content creator for a craft brand that sells products made out of hemp. So like bookbinding accessories and yarns and threads and twines and a lot of cool craft stuff that I use. So it's right up my alley. But I'm going to be running their social media and creating the content and the videos and the photos and all that stuff. So that's where I get to use like the logical side of my brain and have that part still shine through, but not for myself, which is what I want. I don't want to be so professional with myself. I want to be just me, so that's that. I don't know what I'm trying to say. I just want to get those ideas across. I've also been teetering back and forth. I'm waiting for these to cure, by the way, so that's why we're just sitting here. I'm waiting I've been teetering back and forth with the ideas of what my style is, because my style for art is different than my style of posting and what I can create content-wise for myself, my brand. I love vintage, antique, retro. I grew up watching old movies, and I've gained such an appreciation for these older aesthetics. They're all over my room. Old Disney stuff, old cinema, Hitchcock, comic books. That's like my thing. And my art is very reminiscent of that, mixed with like eerie horror elements, which are also things that I like. I like dark, creepy, gothic styling, Tim Burton-esque stuff. Those are my two big influences, are just like creepy, eerie horror and vintage, antique, retro futurism stuff. I think those are my big inspirations, and that's the type of art that I create. But when it comes to editing and being me, I'm more simplistic and almost like a nostalgic feel. I mean, this camera that I use is like a camera from the 2000s that I'm filming on right now, and the text I just use, like for these videos I've been using just like Arial font and like no color grading, no editing, or I'll throw on on this video I think I might put on like a blue filter and mess around with stuff. I don't know, I might not, who knows, I don't know how it's gonna come out, but I'm still trying to get my footing on styles for the content that I make. I think I need to lean into my strengths more. I've been so focused on like, oh, what are other artists creating, what are they doing? For some reason lately there's a fly in the room. For some reason I've had such a big emphasis on looking at like my peers and people who I'm mutuals with and seeing the type of art content that they're creating, and I'm like, well, I'm not creating stuff like that. That's why I don't have views, but that's just not true. But I think I want to lean more into the thing that I'm battling is, do I go like the vintage route and then I have to edit things a little more, add my stylization stuff, or do I go with this simplistic, almost nostalgic early 2000s feel, but not in like the Y2K aesthetic, just like the nostalgia feel of like calmness and grainy and things that are a little hazy and dreamlike, but it's just peace, you know? So I've been figuring out, I think it's always going to be a mix of the two. It's always going to be a little bit of both, and because those are my two main styles, I think, and so I'm merging them together. I look like I just did the can't wait to meet you, not that I haven't done it before, but that's what I'm trying to say. So I'm kind of gonna lean into this more chill style of just being me, you know, like less editing. I'm done with the hashtags and the SEO and the keywords and the trending audios and the blah 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 blah. Oh, it makes me just instantly enraged. It's so frustrating, and I think for artists on social media especially, it's just so much more aggravating, because I don't want that to be the forefront of what I do. I don't want to have to worry about captions. I don't want to have to worry about hashtags. I don't want to have to do whatever, edit out the pauses and make the video with the hook and all this stupid stuff. I don't want to have to think about that. I want to think about the art, and I want to post it, and I want to be done with it. So I'm going to do that, and whatever comes from it comes from it. Right now I barely have anything, so what does it matter, you know? That's where my emphasis is going to be for the time being, and we'll see what happens. But this art and chat series is something that really helped me, I think, kind of get more of a grounding or a footing on a stance. What am I trying to say? I don't know. It's just, it helped me get those feelings and ideas across, and I was having fun making these. And not that I haven't had fun making other content, but it felt new, it felt fresh, it felt rewarding, and it felt like I was doing what I wanted to do, and so I want to continue to do that. And I thought the podcast was going to be that way, but then I turned it into a podcast, and then it became a production at that point, and then I didn't want to sustain it because it became too much of a task to handle, and I wanted to make sure that I was talking the entire time and I was engaging the entire time, and I had topics to talk about, and then I started to run out of things to talk about on the third episode, and I just froze up and it became too much. So these videos, I don't care about the editing. I don't care if I stop talking for 5 minutes at once. I don't care. And I think I need to kind of implement that everywhere. I've been caring too much about branding and about social media presence, and then I think it's really good for a brand and a company, like what I'm doing as a job, who I work for now. That side of me is, I know that side of me is smart and knows those things, and I can do them. But I think the reason I've had such difficulties doing it for myself and my branding is because it's just not authentic to me as Nolan, not as 1205 Studios, it's to me, I'm just me, and I want to lean into that more. And it's never sustainable for me because it's just, I'm not interested in that for myself and my brand. When I get to the point of having people who work for me, then I can worry about that, and they can do that, and that's who I'll hire. But right now it's just me, and I want to focus on art first, me and art first, and then all the other stuff will follow. But I also want to film videos of me playing Fortnite and stupid vlogs of me just doing stuff that doesn't have anything to do with art at times. I don't know. So that's what I'm trying to do. And there's also just things that I like to talk about that I feel like I can't talk about because I do art instead of just me. But I want to get back into posting whatever it is I want to. And I'm not going to care what's good for the algorithm and what isn't, and what's entertaining and what isn't. If you watch it, you watch it. If you don't, who cares? Nobody watches my stuff now anyways, so it doesn't matter. I also deleted a bunch of my Instagrams and other accounts yesterday because I was like, I don't even first of all, one of all. I almost said one of all. First of all, I don't use most of those accounts. There's too many to keep up with. So I deleted them all, or I privated them all, because I do want to use them one day, and once I have someone who can manage it, I have ideas for them, and they all have a purpose and a use, but it's just not necessary right now. And I don't have the following to have people engaged, So currently I have 3 Instagrams. We have my main Instagram, which is going to be art, like the final products, some work in progress stuff, but stuff that's a little more produced. Then I have Backstage 1205, which is like where I'll post sketches and stuff that isn't necessarily good or done, or it might be like tidbits about my life, or just like photo dumps of me. I think I'm going to start using that to be a little more like a spam account for me, where you can get, I don't know, I sound stupid, where you can get like behind the scenes looks and photos of my sketchbook that I'm probably not going to post on my main account, and then I have Asteroid Comics Instagram account, which is where I post the comic strips, and once the comic book series is done, all that stuff will be there, because I do want those to have a little bit of a separation, just so I can have a page that's all of the comic strips and all of that, and you don't have to sift through all the other content that I post. But yeah, that's the direction we're going with, and whether it's good or not, I don't know. I also don't really care, so whatever. I'm trying to think of what has happened lately in like the news or just what I want to talk about, like social media, pop culture. Today, Ariana Grande was on Penn Badgley's podcast, and I listened to it before I went into work, and then I listened to it again when I got back from work because I was listening to it again, and I was like, I didn't remember any of this because I was half awake. But in my dream last night, I had a dream. Okay, it's because I had PTSD from the Zach Sang interview. This is for my Arianators out there, my Stan Twitter Arianators, who know. If you know, you know. The Zach Sang interview was 2 parts, but they were both 30 minutes each. I don't know why they did that. So I had PTSD this morning when I was half awake, half asleep before I got up to watch it. I had a dream, and my dreams were very vivid. Very vivid. So I had a dream that I like woke up and checked my phone, and that the part 1 was 25 minutes. And I was like, oh my gosh, they're doing it again. It's going to be 25 minutes here and then like another 30. And then when I woke up for real and I saw that the part 1 is like 1 hour and 6 minutes, I was like, you're kidding. You're joking. You're joking. Which means part 2 is probably another hour. I hope it's another hour. I hope part 2 isn't like 30 minutes. That would be so stupid. I hope it's like another hour. But this interview was so good, or this podcast was so good, because she was just talking, you know? These molds are done, so I'm going to open them one at a time. But she was just kind of like hanging out, talking, and I don't know. Penn Badgley is also really funny. I'm not saying this because I necessarily believe it, but people do comment on my videos, and have for a long time, saying that I either look like Joshua Bassett or Penn Badgley. So this might be the closest I ever get to meeting Ariana. So I'm living vicariously through him. I am not claiming that I look like him. Okay, this is just comments that I get on frequent basis. However, this was how this one's all messed up. I'm living vicariously through Penn Badgley at the moment. Here's my point. This one's got a big hole in the back of it. Do you see that on the floaty? Ugh. It's okay. I knew some of these were going to be messed up, and it's whatever. I am living vicariously through him. But I don't know. I like this interview was so fun, and I learned so much about her. And listen, I already know pretty much everything there is to know about her, and I learned things. And typically when you watch like a video of your favorite artist, it's stuff you already kind of know, and they're kind of just regurgitating the same things over and over. But this one was fun because it wasn't like that. It was very new. It felt new. It felt like she was saying new things. And I think it's just because of the people who were there. Now I'm sidetracked. What was I saying? I don't know. Okay. Oh, this is what I could talk about. It has to do with her. So I want to make sculptures of Elphaba and Glinda for the Wicked movie. Is my goal. This one's also messed up. I can save this one though. Like that one I can fix. That other one, going in the trash. Or not in the trash. I'll do something with it. But I am making those sculptures in hopes that Ariana or Cynthia or anybody from the Wicked cast will see it and then show it to Ariana, because I want to be noticed by her and I want to give her the sculpture. So damn, all of these suck. Ugh. It's okay. I was low-key distracted. I think I'm not going to pour while filming because I was not paying attention. You live and you learn. I want to be noticed by Ariana Grande and I want her to have my sculpture, and that is just the truth. And it is what I'm manifesting deeply and dearly to happen. So I'm going to be working on some Alphaba and Glinda sculptures in a couple weeks. I'm going to Mexico City next week to visit family. So we'll be getting a few art and chats while I'm in Mexico. I don't know what the setup's going to be. It's probably going to be this camera and like a tiny little mic or something, and then we're going to animate or work on prints and stickers and digital stuff, because I'm not going to bring any of these sculpting materials and whatnot. Or we'll journal or something. I don't know. But like also when I go to Mexico, I want to vlog and just like be me. So anyways, I'll be in Mexico next week. I leave in a week from today, actually. Oh my gosh, that's so soon. But I am like itching to start these Alphaba and Glinda sculptures. But since I'm going to Mexico, I was like, okay, I gotta wait until I get back to do it. So I'm gonna wait until I'm back. But I want to do them so badly, and I'm hoping and praying and fingers crossed that Ariana sees it. The thing is, I'm doing it this early because that just gives me even more time to promote. I was going to be like, okay, I'm going to do this in September, October, prior to Wicked being released. But then I was like, no, everybody's going to start making art for Wicked. I need to get in on it now, before it becomes like the talk of the town and like the trending topic. I got to get in on it now. And also, Ariana will probably appreciate it more that I'm doing it before it becomes trendy, because I actually love Wicked and I love her. So, you know, it's the best of both worlds. I'm going to do that when I get back. So, first week of July, second week of July, we're starting my Wicked sculptures. And Ariana, please. You know that audio where it's like, Ariana, what are you doing here? That's how I feel. But like, Ariana, what are you doing there? Why are you not here? Where are you? Ariana, where are you? And I know she likes artists. Oh my gosh, no. She's like, that's like dream collaboration. I don't know what we would collab on, but we would collab on something. I would love to do an art and chat video with her where we can make a song really quickly. We can work on a sculpture or a painting or something. I don't know. But that's the goal for this year, is to be noticed by Ariana Grande via my Glinda sculpture. Yeah. I'm a little bit stuck at the moment because what I need to do is mold these, but I'm not molding them well. So I don't want to do another round and waste more. So I think for the time being, this is going to be a shorter video, and it's already 40 minutes, which is not that short, but I think I'm going to end it. I just wanted to give a quick little update and do a little bit of chatting while starting some orders. I have a commission that I'm working on this week that I will probably be making an art and chat video for. I asked them if it was okay for me to show it, so you'll probably see that later this week in a couple days or so. I'm gonna work on those sketches later today actually, and then send them over, and then once I start working on the finished design choice, I'll make a video on it probably. And tomorrow I'm also going to be painting these ghosties, so there's 2 more videos coming for you this week. You can live with the 40-minute video. Nobody, not a single soul on the planet is disappointed by this video being 40 minutes and not an hour and a half, 2 hours. But yeah, we're gonna get back into things, because these type of videos were the most fun. I was the most consistent I've ever been, and I loved making them. So we're back, and I'm hoping that this new era is sustainable and like worthwhile, I suppose. Yeah, I'm going to mold all of these and hopefully get them done properly. So I will get back to you. Or no, I'm not going to get back to you. Well, I'll get back to you tomorrow on Thursday. With the finished... Or we're going to paint them tomorrow. I don't know what I'm saying, guys. I think I do need to have some type of a note system on what I'm going to be talking about. Not plan it out, but just like some bullet points. But yeah, I'm going to go finish these up, and then I will see you tomorrow to paint these. If you made it this far, thank you for watching and supporting me and my art and my journey and all that stuff. I appreciate it so much. If you want to get my art, link is in the description. I'm not going anywhere. The art will still be for sale. Even if I make 1 sale a year, it's still going to be up. But yeah, thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Goodbye.